Hello, everyone. I'm Jakub Polaczyk. I'm the artistic director of the Chopin in France Festival and the vice president of the New York Dance and Arts Innovations. And we are starting in October quarantine talks with the artists from all around the world. And today we have a meeting with wonderful composer from Mexico, the Dr. Cristina Garcia Islas, who graduated from Canada and from Montreal University, and now lives in Mexico City and is teaching at the UNAM University in Mexico. And she will share with us a little bit stories about her recent times during this quarantine. And so, hello, Cristina, welcome.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Very nice to see you. So how is the weather today in Mexico, by the way?
It's a little cold. I could say cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, normally in September it's not so cool. It's warm, we can say.
It's warm.
Especially, New York and Montreal have the similar weather sometimes in September, no? I know that it's cold.
Sometimes it is, right. This year it's pretty warm. Actually, now in New York it's pretty warm, but sometimes it's cold. Okay, so let's start. I have a couple of questions, if you don't mind, that I would like to ask you. First question from this discussion, I would like to start about your time. How did you spend last half year, 6 months during this quarantine in Mexico? How was your day? Did you compose? Did you write something new, or maybe you read some special stories, maybe special books that you would like to share with us? So could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it has been very hard because I'm working in 2 universities. I have another university. The name is Anáhuac University.
Mm-hmm.
And there I have some students, not a lot. That's the advantage, that I have small groups. And Monday and Wednesday are especially hard for me because I have a lot of hours to teach online.
Oh, yes, that's hard.
Sometimes it's very difficult, especially when you have something like counterpoint, harmony, something like that. It's hard to teach online. Then Monday and Wednesday are difficult for me to compose after all the online classes.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, especially today and Thursday, I have the other university, the UNAM University, and there I have also analysis. Then it's hard because here I have now it would be 6 groups, about 15 persons in Zoom. Imagine, no? Give
yes, of course.
To study scores and to explain scores and listen to the piece, and it's hard. It's not like us that now we are talking about music or something. It's very hard. Then I could say that a lot of time I am here. I am teaching online.
like most of us, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I compose, but sometimes it's very difficult for me to compose during the week. Then I have to wait for Saturday and Sunday.
On the weekends.
The days that I find easier to write music, although the online classes, are Thursday, Friday, and the weekends. No?
But do you find an inspiration during this time to write special maybe piece?
A grant. I have a grant that Mexico has. The name is Sistema Nacional de Creadores. It's like a system for creators, but because it's not only composers, no, it's for the creation. And then there I have a date that is not changing, as I told you yesterday. No, I have this date. I have 30 minutes to finish for soon, very soon.
Very soon. Approaching.
I wrote a trio, piano, violoncello, and violin. Now I am writing a piece for ensemble with electric guitar. And I had another piece also for 12 instruments that probably is going to be played next year, because I had it for this year, but it was canceled.
But tell us also, Cristina, that you do prefer writing for the small ensembles or for the big orchestras? What do you prefer?
It's funny, this question, because I have been writing for orchestra, but I had the opportunity, and that's why I wrote more for big ensembles. I like a lot to do that, but at the same time, it's difficult, because the reality now, and now with the problem with COVID is worse. It's going to be very hard to find the orchestra that is going to replay the piece. I don't know if I explain myself. And then I like to write for small groups, no, duo, trio, but I don't have a lot of pieces for that kind of instrumentation. And that's why now the project that I'm writing for the system, for creators, it's for this kind of pieces, no, for smaller groups that would be easier, I say easier to present and play. No?
But I know also, I remember before the COVID happened, you had this orchestral piece, right? You wrote a recent piece for the orchestra. Yes, could you tell us about the title, right? It is about mercy, Lord have mercy for the 21st century, right?
The name is exactly that. Lord have mercy on the 21st century. The idea, I don't know if we say that, sorry, the commission, yeah, we say? Or, well,
commission, right.
The commission was for the anniversary, for Beethoven 250 anniversary. And then they said, you have the symphony number 5 that you know.
By Beethoven, right? Yes.
And then they asked me to take this piece and think about something to create my piece. No, it's like something, it could be take some motifs or the form, or I don't know, the idea, or in this case, the destiny, no? Destiny that is taken in this, especially this symphony. And then I took that. It was more about an idea about destiny, before knowing that we would start this terrible situation with the COVID. I wrote that, no.
What a meaningful title, you know, for the current time. Exactly. And yes, and also you were very lucky that the project with Beethoven happened, because most of the composers who started writing pieces for this year anniversary, yes, many of those pieces got postponed and canceled. So it was really great that it happened at the beginning of the year, as that orchestra played.
Yes, I was lucky, exactly.
Yes, very great. Congratulations on that. And also tell me, because it for sure has some sacral elements. So in your music, are you also writing little sacral music? You know what I mean, sacrum profanum. Yes. So do you also writing like choir pieces for with Latin texts, or do you also do you find inspiration in this kind of music?
I haven't. I want to do that. But I think that maybe one day I'm going to do it. It's just, this piece was a little, we can't say that it's sacral. No. But we can.
Spiritual.
Exactly. But spiritual. Maybe one day I write something more, I don't know, something more spiritual, but not only spiritual, no? With, as you said, with some text. But, you know, I believe in God, but I'm not very, very near to that kind of
music.
Then I don't know.
Okay, but you know, you can write music also without a text, and it can be so spiritual. You can just have one simple note, you know, and you have spirituality in that.
Sorry. The only thing that I can tell you about the name of this piece is because in Spanish we have a piece for voice that is the name is in Spanish Señor ten piedad de nosotros, that is Lord have mercy, but not on the 20, no, on us, no.
No, I see the connection.
There's I don't know how to say the name because in English I don't know, like cantica, like
cantus, kind of, yes, cantus firmus, yes, cantus before that, yeah.
Sorry, cantus firmus, but something similar that we have in Spanish for Latin America, that we have it for the mes. I have this melody about this cantica or cantiga, and I use it, but it's not like very present. Like you can listen to that and you recognize it soon, very fast. No,
I found on your internet website that there are many samples, videos, and also audio examples. But maybe just for us, maybe you can show us something.
I don't know if it's going to be possible for the audio, no, because I have the score here. I can share the score. But the problem is for audio, I don't know if it's going to be clear.
You have some Mexican influences in your music, like do you use some special traditional elements or not so much?
Normally I use it, but in this case for the orchestra piece, I wrote for Mexican whistles, ocarinas, and some instruments. I did my doctorate with that. Studying the sounds, and we can say noises, because it's not like melodic, but not in this case. You know that for orchestra it's very difficult to write with that kind of extra musical instruments. We can do it, but you don't have, if you don't have a lot of time for the rehearsal, it's complicated. No?
So, but what's the title of the piece? Which piece are we presenting?
The piece that we were talking about.
This piece, your recent piece for orchestra. Wonderful. Lord have mercy on the 21st century. Great.
I wrote it in English also, as you say.
And can you tell us about also the cover of the piece? Are you also painting, or this is made by maybe someone different?
No, I did it, but I did it with an application.
Very nice.
And after I did it, no? But
that's nice.
The only thing that I wanted to say, my music in general is like very emotional. I do a lot of changes with the character passing from forte to piano, like very fast.
Sudden, yes, no, the subito elements, like Beethoven music, like sforzatos in Beethoven's music. Okay.
Sometimes, but especially to give some colors to the music, not a special thinking based in quarter tone. It's just like just the indications for the artificial harmonics, no, as all the pieces that indicate kind of things, no.
But I see you studied in Montreal, so it's French, right? French speaking or English?
I studied before the University of Montreal. I studied in the Conservatoire de Musique de Montréal. Totally French. The university also. But with the university, I did an exchange with McGill also. Then in McGill is English.
It's English, yes.
Some French also. But here, yes, it was totally French. And yeah, we can say that I have a lot of French
elements. That's what I was going to ask you about that.
Then, well.
Okay, so here we have a score for this piece. We'll quickly go over. And after this, I will send the link and everyone can listen to this. Yes. Also on your website, I think we can find it, right? Yeah. Yes,
My website, you have the video. And if not, I have the link in my SoundCloud. You can find it.
Okay.
And well, it's a piece that I like a lot percussion. Then I try to explore this kind of sounds, no, flexatone with metal chimes, the wind chimes. Oh, sorry about my
yes, yes.
And I wanted to explore that kind of little sounds with the harmonics, no? Something like, as I said, I have in French the name éphémère, no? Something that you can't, you can have it, no? It's something that it's easier to go, then it starts like that, no? My music is very chromatical. I use a lot of chromatic scales, as you can see.
I see, okay.
In this
so
case,
this is a score of your recent work for orchestra, right? The recent one.
About the piece that we were talking for the current,
yes,
for the situation with the COVID. Then, as you can see, I work a lot with this kind of textures, no? The harmonic, the chromatic scales. You can see.
Yes, I see.
My thinking when I compose is very horizontal. It's not with this kind of vertical situation, harmonic situation. It's more like, yeah.
Can you show us maybe some example on the score that is referring very much to Beethoven? You know, there must be some places for, especially. Can you show us this place?
Especially for Beethoven, I'm going to tell you that it's not really from Beethoven. I mean, with the motifs or the theme, there's not really Beethoven, no? The Beethoven part, it was more about the destiny, no?
About destiny, so that, okay.
About philosophy, about destiny, and here is the destiny, but when the destiny is there, no? It's like the situation that in our society now we are suffering a lot of things. Then it's more about this oh my God, I cannot the word. When you go to the church and you're praying, huh? It's like it's like praying to ask God, please have mercy. Huh? It was this thinking about creating a melody or different melodies. I'm going to show you. Sorry that I pass it very fast.
Yes, we see it. We see it.
Show you where exactly is the idea about the melody that I told you in Spanish. Señor, ten piedad de nosotros.
Oh yes, this one exactly.
Maybe, although I'm not very good at singing, I can sing the little songs to show you, no? Well, as you can see, is this like movement very chromatical with some glissando. Here, when we arrive to the...
Oh, I see.
Well, you can see that here it's not...
I see the melody, yes.
Not transposed, but the idea, well, I don't like singing, but I'm going to try just to give you the idea, although you don't speak Spanish, about the song, the cantiga that we have in the church in Mexico. And it's like, not the same like a villancico from Spain, because villancico is something very traditional in Spain, but it's similar, no? Then
okay.
The song is like, no ten piedad de nosotros, Cristo oyenos, Cristo escucha. No ten piedad. Then it's like this idea, but if you can see, it's not exactly the same rhythm, no?
I see.
It's not exactly that, but it comes from there. It comes from this idea, and the translation is, Lord have mercy, but it says on the humanity, on us, no? Then this is the most important part for me, because it's the part of this idea about the Lord have mercy that is coming with the clarinet. No?
It's like a destination of this piece a little bit, right?
Exactly.
It's a destination.
Exactly. Yes. The destiny is there. For us, it's terrible because we are. But the thing that is very strong for me is that I wrote it before the situation with the COVID.
I know.
When it started, I was like, oh my God, no, it's like very hard for me to see. But it was like something. Then I wanted to show you that because it's I can say the most important part for me because it's the song that is there, no? Just that the strings are like playing with this chromatical scales. Well, after the melody, it starts to move a little, no? Then this is the idea, no? It's more. You can say that you can see that my music is melodic. It's not something that is text. How do you say like exploration, textural? Yes, I have texture, but it's more melodical and
linear.
Yeah. Sometimes I use some effect, but you can see that it's not so hard, no? You can see, well, I can move faster.
We'll listen to this piece definitely. Yes, I sent the link, and at the end we can have it. Yes. Now we are just watching the score.
Yes. If you want, we can try to put it, but it's.
Yes, we can try. Okay, maybe you can try to play it if you want. We probably will hear that. Thank you very much for presenting and introducing this piece for us and showing us the score. And so when we are talking about the music and then maybe influences, maybe I also can give you another question now, because generally we are also meeting here because of the festival, Chopin and Friends Festival, that I'm directing, and especially I'm responsible for a new section. And I always try to find connections, dialogues with composers, with Chopin, because the Chopin is the start, and those are the friends. So I would like to ask you if Chopin is also your composer friend, and you have found any inspirations, and maybe tell us about some connection with Poland, because you also have connection with Poland, right? So tell us about this.
I like a lot Chopin. I started to play Chopin when I was not a kid, but almost. And yeah, I haven't had the opportunity to write using or inspired as an inspiration as Beethoven, but I think that I'd like to do it. I like a lot the expressivity, but the melodies, that are very like improvisation, but
like fiorituras, those ornamentations inside, right? Irregular ornamentations.
Then yeah, I like a lot that kind of musical material to express, and the melodic, the melancholic ideas that express the Chopin music. Then of course I think that it's something that I should do soon. That kind of expressivity I like a lot.
But tell us about connection also with Poland. So have you visited the place where Chopin was born? Because you have connection with Poland. Tell us about that.
I went to Poland in 2014 for admission with Simon Krause. Like a festival summer. It's like have concerts, have conferences, and sharing music. Then you go and share your music with others. And you have also composers that come from other countries, and they give you also conference studying music. Then it was especially that was the first connection with Poland. And I wrote a piece for accordion, and then we worked with the accordion and other composers, and it was very, very interesting. And after, I continue with some friends from Poland. My husband also, he studied there, and then.
Yes, but your husband is a pianist, so he also plays probably a lot of Chopin, so you can hear a lot of Chopin at home, right?
Yes.
And find some new inspirations. Yes, I think Chopin is always a good example of composer that we always find new things in his music, and it's very refreshing. Thank you very much for sharing with all of us. We're looking forward for new compositions and for your new upcoming projects that are going to happen very soon. And we wish you all the best in your musical career. And I hope soon maybe we can also hear some of your work here in New York when we're going to come back to normal life. I hope it's going to happen very soon.
Yeah. So, thank you. On the contrary, thank you.
Thank you. It's very nice to talk to you and get to know your music. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.